What's up, everybody? This is Dani Reardon, aka Little Monster, and we are going to do another tea time. Today we're going to do the Olympia 2016 recap. This right here is my Meet the Olympians hoodie. I started this in 2015 at the Olympia. I brought a white hoodie for everybody that I met to come and sign it because I thought it would be really cool to take a little piece of everybody home with me. But this is it. Oh, would you look at the time? So first I want to tell you that we are recapping the Olympia 2016. I was awarded second place. I am runner-up Miss Olympia, and I'm super excited about it. And then also, I was also awarded Most Improved Female at the Victory Gala. So thank you, judges, for this opportunity to compete and for the award and for my placement. Thank you guys for pushing me to work hard, and thank you for this opportunity to compete on my dream stage. So a couple of things I want to let you guys in on is my mindset before the show. I want to tell you some lessons that I've learned. I want to thank a bunch of people. So first I want to tell you kind of what my driving force was this time and what my motivation and inspiration was, because this show, getting ready for this, was a little different than any other. This show had very little to do with me actually placing well for myself, and it kind of morphed into me wanting to do well for everybody else, including Ian. Somebody once told me that nobody believes in me as much as this guy does, and I wanted to prove him right. And I know that I did, and I know that I'm still proving him right, but and it was also all the people that believe in me. I wanted to really show you guys the power of belief, and I wanted to show you what hard work and what staying positive can really do for somebody. So I really wanted to do well for you guys as well. So that was my driving force. Somebody told me, I watched you get ready for the Arnold, I think it was on Snapchat or maybe through our little YouTube series we do. And they were like, I was like, man, if Dani can do it, I can do it. And that just hit me so differently and just stuck with me through this whole prep when I was on the stepper, because I just wanted to show you that it can be done. That was my force this time. That was my driving motivation. And when I stepped out on that stage and I heard all those screams, I literally almost stopped dead in my tracks. And I just want to thank you guys for keeping up with me and for liking and commenting. And even though I don't always comment back, I read them all and I get notifications on my phone. And I just want to let you know that me standing up on that stage, that was a product of you. Like me, of course, I was on the stepper and eating the chicken, but thoughts and like your belief in me, those are all vibrations, which are all energy, and they all added into my energy momentum, which we'll talk about in a second. But that all added into my energy wave that went into that day. So when I was standing on the Olympia stage, I was standing on a sea of social media likes and comments and belief and encouragement, and a lot of it was from you guys this time. So I just want to thank you, because that was my best showing to date. The way I started out this prep was with the idea of energy momentum. So I started with this vision in my head of a huge wave behind me, and then me, and then this, I don't know what it looks like because my perspective is my back is to myself, and then I'm standing on the Olympia stage and I can just see the crowd. So I see this huge wave behind me, and that wave is an energy momentum wave. So what that means is every action that I do adds into that wave. Every thought that I do adds into that wave, as well as yours too. So it all adds into this one stockpile of momentous force that goes into the Olympia. And everything bad I do, energy is still dark side, light side. So anything bad I do also adds into that wave. So if I'm eating 4.5 ounces of chicken instead of 4, that is taking a toll on my wave. And we were talking one night, and Ian said something about momentum, and that just hit me differently, and I immediately got a vision in my head. So I worked this time for my wave. So every step I took was diligent because I wanted to add it to my wave. I wanted to build a friggin' tsunami coming into that show, and it was, and it felt like it was, and I was standing on it on stage. I felt it. So that was super cool to experience with that mindset the whole time. And I'm gonna keep I'm gonna keep going with my energy momentum wave, because there's more shows, there's bigger waves to build. Money is also energy. So I spent a good amount of money to have people come out there with me that just went into the show. You guys know chicken is not cheap. Neither green beans, neither are asparagus. So all of that energy that you spend on suits and everything, that goes into your energy momentum wave too. So don't think that that money is just lost. Invest that into your body, into yourself, into your show, knowing that it's going to be reciprocated, because that's all a part of it. Some improvements I would like to make. I want to practice posing more. This was like one show that I kind of slacked on that a little bit, and I think it was because I was so concerned with the work that I actually mentally practiced my routine less and physically less, because I was more focused on training this time. I was more focused on touching up this, touching up that my energy was not directed, it wasn't balanced, and it kind of overflowed into my posing, unfortunately. Now, I did have Kenny Wallach help me with my mandatories, and I practiced those, but my routine where I really like to light up the stage, I wanted to give it more. I will give it more. And that's one of the conditions I'll talk about later that I want to win under. So one of my things is practice posing more. I want to get a little bit bigger back, a little bit deeper, a little bit better glutes. I'd like to meditate and visualize more. Meditation was something that I started this prep, and I really feel like I think it helped. And I really want to continue doing it. It was something that I was practicing almost every day. And I kind of I used to do that on the stepper a lot, so I kind of separated the two, and I kind of liked it. But I want to take it on a little differently this time, and maybe visualize my routine as I meditate, because I know that's a possibility too. And I gotta believe a little bit more. So I know that I'll see it when I believe it, and this time I'm seeing second place, which is no big deal. But I know that if I want to see first, I do have to increase my belief in my Jedi mindset a little bit more. And I'd like to work more diligently in the gym. I've kind of been doing the same exercises for kind of a while. I work hard, don't get me wrong, and I know it's all about the contraction, but I'm going to take it upon myself to do a little more research and to actually look up different movements and learn different movements for different parts of my body that I want to improve. So that's something that I personally want to take on. So now I want to talk to you about the lessons that I've learned, because I believe that everything happens for you, not to you. So I believe once you live in a friendly universe, and once you believe that everything is happening to serve you and to make you better, then you can see the lessons everywhere. And that's completely how I think. So as soon as I was awarded second place, of course there was an initial disappointment of not being Miss Olympia. But then I was like, you know what? Good. And this is why. Like I said before, there are certain things that I wish I had practiced more and done more and taken more diligently, like my posing and like my actual training. In those bases, I want to have covered when I become Miss Olympia. And I feel like Miss Olympia, I feel like the title deserves that. Deserves every bit of cylinder firing. And this time, you know, most of my cylinders were firing pretty freaking hard. Maybe some more than they should have been. But I think I need to, when everything is balanced and everything falls completely into place, that's when I would like to be crowned. I want this more. And you know, don't get me wrong, this is my dream, and I'm extremely emotionally invested in this, but I want it more. And that's exactly what this did. This made me hungry. This made me that much closer. You know, it made me really close, and now I'm hungry, and I'm even more motivated than I was before, and I wanted that, and I needed it, and I got it. On the way over to finals, this is really cool. We were driving and we were actually recording, and we saw a license plate that said Believe, and it was about BEL1EVE, and I was freaking out. I'm like, oh my god, it's gonna happen. And I got second, but that license plate had to mean something. Like, what are the chances of me driving to the Olympia and I see that friggin' plate? Anyway, I saw it, and this is what I think it means, and I'm cool, and I'm really happy about this. I think now it's time for me to walk the walk. I think I'm telling everybody else how to stay in the belief. Well, now I better practice what I preach. I think this is something that requires more than staying in the belief through a cardio session and through a bad week. This is a whole year I'm gonna have to stay in the belief and keep believing. So what that told me was, and about, you know, the signs, there were a lot of signs. There were a lot of great signs, and I take signs as symbols of alignment. Like, I'm doing the right thing, I'm in the right spot, I'm doing what I need to do, and those are things that are telling me to, yes, keep doing them. So the signs don't necessarily take that as me thinking I'm gonna win everything in the whole world. But that's me I'm on the right path. And I am on the right path because I needed to know to stay in the belief. And I know that I'm on my way. There's too many signs for me not to be on my way. It feels too good for it not to be what I need to be doing. So it was kind of a settling thing, because I will keep believing and I will keep working. And that kind of brings me to the idea of manifesting certain things. I talked about the Most Improvement Award, and I remember sitting in the gala and sitting there and being like, man, I would really like to get one of those awards. And this year we were standing in line, getting drinks, mid-conversation, Bob starts speaking, I'm like, wait, you guys. And then he says my name, and I just had a feeling that he was gonna call my name for some reason. And I made everybody stop talking, and then I went over there and I accepted my Most Improved Female Award. But my point is, the Miss Olympia title, I know is a much greater award and achievement and honor than this. And don't get me wrong, this is great. But something like a Miss Olympia title is gonna take more energy to obtain, because that side of the equation, it requires more. Like, that is a huge accomplishment and huge feat. So that's gonna take more energy than manifesting like a cup of coffee or a cool license plate, you know. So I'm cool with, I got a lot of fight left in me, I got a lot of work left in me, and I'm cool with putting in more energy, knowing that that's adding to this side of the equation. So the bigger the dreams, the bigger the desires, the more energy required. So just because it didn't happen right away, just because it didn't happen your second time out, and there's no way you can be mad about it, because then you're just taking score too soon. You know, you're about to break through. You just gotta keep training. So something I like to reflect upon is the way in which I went through a contest prep. Olympia 2015, I just came off of my pro win, and it was my first Olympia, and I was like, holy shit, I freaking made it. And I was just going in like just bliss, and everything was just working, and just the fat was just falling off, and I was just getting shredded, and I was just really happy to just be alive. So that was kind of that prep for me, was my bliss. The Arnold prep was a little tougher for me to like get a handle on things after the holidays. I hit a 6-week mark, and I really scared myself into shape, and I really found out my killer instinct, and I really found out how to really dig deep and work and go to bed hungry and wake up hungry and do cardio and eat nothing and train, cardio, hit. So that was me really figuring out my killer instinct. This Olympia, I feel like, was a perfect balance of the two. And I call it blissfully killing your way through a prep. And kind of with that, it kind of sounds just like it means. It's you absolutely find your killer instinct. Like, you work hard, but you enjoy it. Like, it's also your bliss. And that's how I went through this prep, and it was a really good balance for me. Something I can tell you that I switched around so I could like blissfully kill my cardio, and that's what I really do. I really work hard. Like, when I get on the cardio machine, it is literally all or none, and I get off and I'm like, again. But I would visualize my posing routine when I would be on the stepper, but I stopped doing it because it would take away from my work. So my energy was being directed, I would usually close my eyes, and it was being directed kind of in my head. And a little less of it was on the steps I was taking and the intensity I was working with. So something I did was I listened to more like instrumental type music, kind of like epic war battle stuff. But it really helps, and like you just get in this space and you feel like you're a Spartan on the stepper. And I really enjoyed that. And I encourage everybody to blissfully kill everything you do. What's next? Well, we're going to Canada in like a week. Oh my God, I'm barely unpacked. Literally, I just put away every little thing of clothing, and I know it's gonna all come back out. So I gotta do some cardio because I ate a bunch of Wallach. I'm talking cookies, flurry canes, donuts, Paxo Oreos. Like, oh my God. It was so good. And I put everything in like a flurry cane blizzard. I have some cardio to do. I have some Wallach to work out. So we're going to Canada. I'm guest posing, and I'm doing a seminar, and I'm super excited about it. And then following that, Classic Boy will be competing at Nationals. And we're really excited about that. He's going for the pro card. Team Sims has got us back the whole way. And we're really excited to go for this. I got a good feeling about this, babe. And I know you do too. I know your mindset is getting stronger and stronger as the days go on. And I can't wait to see what happens this time with you, Jedi boy.
Thank you, baby.
Okay, so a couple thank yous. Primeval Labs. Thank you guys for having my back, for sponsoring me with supplements, and helping me when I was in a tough bind. I really, really, really appreciate you guys. And I'm happy to be surrounded by such an awesome group of athletes and such an awesome group of CEOs and managers and whatever you guys do. I love you all. Thank you. Arno Nasson, thank you for taking awesome photos. TMarie Coffee, thank you for the coffee and for the sponsorship. It's been a pleasure working with you guys. Orlando Body Movement Therapy. Man, you guys are like one of my favorite places to go. My chiropractic muscle therapy workplace here in Orlando. They also came with us to the Olympia. Thank you guys for being such awesome people to have in my corner. I appreciate you guys more than you know. Kenny Wallach, thank you for fixing my posing that I thought was so great. I'm really excited about the friendship that we developed, and I can't wait to see what we can do next. Team Sims, thank you guys for making me the Simbot I am today. Thank you guys for bringing out my character. Thank you for making me work hard. Thank you for pushing me. Thank you for coming to the Olympia with me. I really appreciate you guys and everything that you put into me. Fit Hustle. Now the Fit Hustle fam, you guys made this movie for me, and we're gonna post it. It was a reel of like 8 minutes long of everybody giving me a little 5 to 10 minute message, and it was people all over, people from my gym, people from like Belgium, people that were really close to me, like Ian, like my dad, like my mom, like my sis, like people I never even expected. I just want to thank you guys for being so awesome to me and for letting me have a part in helping spread the awesome message of energy in the force and fight over fear. And thank you guys for letting me be a part of everything. And you guys are like some of my best friends, and I really wouldn't want this journey to be any other way. It wouldn't be the same without you guys. I just want to tell you guys, this was the first decision I made off of good vibes. I was with Monster Clothing, and I was talking to Alina, and I just had a good freaking feeling. And at the time it was so excited to be sponsored by Monster, but I just had a good feeling and I went with it, and that was the first decision I remember making, and it was the best decision I made. So, thank you. Ian, thank you for being my support, my rock. You're like my willpower when I need it. You're my strength when I need it. You're my courage sometimes to get on camera. Like, if anybody deserves to be standing up there achieving any kind of award with me, it's you. Like, any award that I get, just know that you're right there with me. It's yours too, babe, because you're like a personal trainer, you're a freaking guidance counselor, you're a therapist. And I just want to thank you for like being like my right-hand man, right, not in front of me, not behind me, but right beside me through everything.
Welcome, baby.
My family and my support system, that is social media and YouTube. I don't like to say followers and fans, because I just feel like it puts me at too high of a level. I like family, and I like supporters, and I like tribe, because it makes you all here with me. So anyway, so that's what I'm referring to, you, everybody. Thank you for your energy and your thoughts and your likes and your comments and your everything. Like, you guys, this is turning into more than I ever thought it could be or would be, and it's because of you. And you're just adding to the energy momentum as I try to achieve my dreams. And so just know that I may be inspiring you sometimes, but just know that you are inspiring and motivating me right back to achieve my dreams. And my family, I know you guys can't be here all the time, but just know that your text messages and your phone calls and your everything don't go unnoticed, and sometimes I really, really need those. And I just want to thank you guys for being there for me. Beauty Bay Bree. I manifested her, by the way. She's on Fit Hustle Fam. I met her at a photo shoot, and I knew she was a powerlifting like badass. And so her and Alina come walking into my house to hang out. Bree has never been to my house before, ever. And so she walks in and we're talking, and on my little to-do list here, I have book hair and makeup for Olympia. And then I had to get regular makeup too and everything. She's like, so I do hair and makeup, and I really want to go to the Arnold. Do you think it'd be cool? Like, you know, whatever. And we were talking about that, and I was like, oh my God, hell yeah. I was like, wait, do you want to come with me to the Olympia? And so instead of paying for hair and makeup there, I just brought Brie with me. And you know, it was like one of the best decisions I've made. She was just such a good person to have around. She was there with me, like holding my hand and just making sure I felt pretty and looked pretty and was pretty and stayed pretty. And she was the icing on my cake. And her and her boyfriend came, and I don't see it happening any other way. Thank you, Power Strength Gym, for letting us train and film and being so awesome and so nice and having such awesome hoodies. And we'll be back tomorrow. And because I haven't sent it back yet, but I'm going to like right now. Thank you, Tammy, for making me feel so beautiful on stage. This is my stage suit. And I kind of always let her have free reign. You guys know I love red. So I had her make me a red one. This was the beautiful piece of artwork that I received and that I was able to wear on the Olympia stage. This is TMarie Suits. I can't say thank you enough for everything. Liquid Sun Rays, thank you for making me bronze and beautiful on stage. And South Beach Tanning, thank you for making me bronze and beautiful off stage. Wow, I have a lot of people to thank. I'm really lucky. Thank you everybody for playing your part. I love you guys all. If we are happy, everyone looks up and shares our happiness. Bane, you fricker. Get away. Every time. Now my seat's sinking.